Sagt America's current local time, Sunday, 15th February 2026, 06:01 p.m. Eastern Time, GMT 05 Euro. In the United States, investors and business leaders are starting the week focused on whether slower price pressures are becoming durable enough for the Federal Reserve to consider easing later this year. Washington is also weighing how hard to press on trade and industrial policy, as manufacturers and retailers warn that abrupt rule changes can disrupt supply chains and raise costs for households. In Canada, policymakers are balancing the need to keep inflation contained with growing concern that high borrowing costs are stretching homeowners, small businesses, and local governments. Across Latin America, several governments are trying to attract more long-term investment by simplifying rules for energy, mining, and infrastructure, while still facing public pressure over living costs. Corporate boards are increasingly treating cybersecurity and artificial intelligence as day-to-day operational risks rather than tech issues, pushing for clearer accountability and stronger incident response plans. Taken together, the region's main theme is caution. Firms are hiring and investing more selectively while waiting for clearer signals on interest rates, trade policy, and consumer demand. During Europe current local time, Sunday, 15th February 2026, 11:01 p.m. London time, GMT Euro. In the United Kingdom, attention is on how the government plans to support growth without adding to household stress, with tax and spending choices under close scrutiny. Across the Eurozone, companies are watching for signs that weak manufacturing activity is stabilizing, while services sectors remain more resilient but sensitive to changes in wages and rents. European leaders continue to debate how to speed up energy and defense projects as budget limits and long approval processes slow down decisions that businesses say are urgent. In Germany and France, policymakers are under pressure to improve competitiveness, with employers calling for faster permitting, more reliable power supply, and simpler labor rules. The region's financial authorities are also pushing banks to be more conservative on risk after years of easy money, which could keep lending standards tight even if rates eventually fall. Europe's big story is transition management. Governments and firms are trying to modernize industry and secure energy supply while avoiding a deeper slowdown and protecting living standards. Shows Middle East current local time, Monday, 16th February 2026, 03:01 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, GMT +040. Oil and gas remains central to the region's outlook, with producers signaling that they want stable prices while keeping an eye on demand growth in Asia and Europe. Shipping and insurance costs are still a key concern for traders and manufacturers, as security risks around major sea routes continue to complicate delivery schedules and inventory planning. Gulf countries are accelerating non-oil investment plans in logistics, tourism, and advanced manufacturing, aiming to create more private sector jobs and reduce reliance on energy revenues. At the same time, governments are managing inflation expectations for essentials like housing and food, using a mix of subsidies, price monitoring, and targeted social support. Regional diplomacy remains tightly linked to economics, as sanctions, conflict risks, and shifting alliances affect access to financing, technology imports, and long-term infrastructure deals. The broader pattern is that the Middle East is trying to lock in diversification during a period of global uncertainty, while energy markets and geopolitics keep pulling attention back to stability.